afternoon. If I can have everyone's attention, I'm going to invite our Scout Troop 714 up to the front so that they can do the posting of the colors.
Everybody would please rise and move their hats. Color guard, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, halt. Color guard, post your colors. Now, if everybody would join me in playing our national anthem. Please remain standing for the sake of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome everyone to our 29th annual Salute to Veterans. I'm Carl Matt, Superintendent here at North Platte. It's always a pleasure to have everyone in attendance on this day each year. We want to thank our veterans for all they've done and also for joining us today. We have a nice program set up. Our band and choir will perform. We'll present the art awards, and then we'll also got a special guest speaker, Sergeant Derek Golden. So we'll have a lot to look forward to today. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to our Student Council President, Will Hardigan, who is going to introduce Sergeant Golden.
Good afternoon. I'm Will Hardigan, Northwest Student Body President. It's my pleasure to introduce Technical Sergeant Derek A. Holman, an accomplished aerospace propulsion craftsman serving with the 139th Maintenance Squadron at the 139th Airlift Wing, St. Joseph, Missouri. Sergeant Holman played a critical role in keeping aircraft mission ready with responsibilities that include removing, installing, inspecting, repairing, and modifying engines, its components, and propellers. Sergeant Holman enlisted in the Air National Guard in June 2012, starting his journey as a meteorologist apprentice and graduating in March of 2013. He further advanced his technical expertise by completing aerospace propulsion technical training in February 2018. In January 2020, he was selected for a full-time active duty position in the Air National Guard propulsion section and is now a fully qualified 7-level technician, also holding auxiliary power unit certification. Over the years, Sergeant Vaughn has proven himself in several key missions. In June 2020, he deployed to Kuwait in support of Operation Inherent Results, where his exceptional skills in aircraft control and arrangements contributed to the success of his mission. More recently, in June 2023, he spent 30 days on Westport Air Base, Germany, supporting Air Defender 2023. Please join me today in welcoming Technical Sergeant Eric A. Fuller.
Good afternoon, North Platte Panthers. First, I'd like to take a moment to thank Mr. Colburn and the student body here for inviting me here to speak to you. I would also like to thank my wife, Nicole, and my two daughters, Hadley and Kinsley, for being here today. I truly would not be able to do what I do without your guys' love and support. Let's give a round of applause for them. To begin, this is mostly for the students, but also for everyone else here. To begin, I'd like to anyone here who has a family member who was or is in the military to raise their hand. If your mom, dad, grandparents, aunts or uncles, brothers or sisters, or anyone else in your family served, let's see those hands. If your hand is raised, thank you. I and so many of our fellow Americans appreciate your family member's service. And we recognize that having a loved one in the military can be difficult. So thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Today, we gather to honor and remember the brave men and women who have served in our nation's military and still continue to serve today. Veterans Day is a time for reflection, gratitude, and recognition for those sacrifices made by those who wore the uniform to protect the freedoms we sometimes take for granted. For some of you, today might also be a moment to think about how you too can serve our country. While not everyone will choose to on this, joining the military is a powerful way to honor the values of duty, sacrifice, and patriotism. If you're someone who feels called to protect and serve, the military offers more than just the opportunity to serve your nation. It provides valuable skills, leadership experience, and a sense of purpose that can shape the rest of your life. The men and women who wear the uniform do so because they believe in something larger than themselves. And many find that their time in service transforms them into leaders, problem solvers, and individuals with a deep sense of pride and resilience. If this is a path you feel drawn to, I encourage you to consider exploring military service. There are programs, scholarships, and support systems available to help you achieve your goals. You'll be joining a proud tradition of individuals who have made a lasting impact on our world. Before we go any further, let me ask you to think about what it means to serve. What does it take to join the military, to leave your home, your family, your community, and risk your life for the sake of people you might never meet? To go places you might never choose to go. To endure hardships you can't even imagine, and to fight for something larger than yourself. One person who can answer that question is a man named John Thompson. He served in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War. When he was drafted, John was just 19 years old, fresh out of high school, full of ambition and dreams for his future. But the war changed everything. He spent a year in the jungles of Vietnam, and when he came back different. Like so many veterans, he struggled with emotional and psychological scars of war. He felt lost in a country that did not understand or appreciate the sacrifice. Years later, after much struggle, John found a way to heal. He started volunteering with other veterans, helping them adjust to life after service, sharing his story and offering a listening ear. John once said, "We veterans have seen things that others cannot even imagine. But we also know that healing starts when we stop trying to carry the burdens alone." John's journey teaches us something important, that serving others, whether through listening, understanding, or simply offering a hand, can help heal wounds that run deeper than what the eye can see. That's why today I want to talk about how we, as a community, as a school, as future leaders, can give back to those who have given so much. The good news is that there are many ways to honor and help veterans, even while they're still in high school. First, listen to their stories. Many veterans don't speak about their experiences easily, but when they do, they carry a lot of wisdom and strength in those words. If you know a veteran in your life, whether it's a relative, a neighbor, or even someone you met through a school program, take a moment to listen to them. Offer your attention and your respect. Sometimes that's all they need. Second thing you can do is volunteer. There are organizations like the Moving Word Project, the Disabled American Veterans Organization, or other local veterans homes that are always looking for volunteers. Whether it's helping to organize an event, writing letters of thanks, or simply spending time with veterans, giving a little of your time can make a huge difference in someone's life. You might even consider starting a Veterans Day event, such as this one, at your school. Also like a collection drive or care packages or a letter writing campaign to veterans. Third, educate yourself and others about veterans' needs. Veterans face challenges beyond just physical injuries. Many struggle with mental health issues like PTSD. Others have trouble adjusting to civilian life after being in a war zone. Learn about these issues and share what you want to learn with your peers. This helps reduce the stigma and makes it easier for veterans to ask for help when they need it. Finally, show your appreciation every day. Veterans don't need special days to feel appreciated, but it's on days like this we can go the extra mile. Maybe it's simply saying thank you when you see someone in uniform. Or maybe it's reaching out to a veteran in your life and offering to help them with something they need, even if it's just a lending ear. Remember, each of us has the power to make a difference. Just like John Thompson, who found healing through service, we can make sure that no veteran feels forgotten, that no veteran feels alone. Today we honor the sacrifices of so many, but we also commit to taking care of those who have given so much. It's not just about one day of thanks. It's about living with a sense of gratitude every day and doing what we can to show that we truly value their sacrifices. Thank you to all the veterans here that are here today. And thank you to all who will carry their stories forward. You are the future, and together we can make sure that legacy of service continues to be honored for generations to come. Thank you, and may God bless the United States of America.
each different branch of the military. So I'm going to go through each branch and say the names of those that are in attendance that have served in each division. I apologize, there's a couple names that I either cannot read or might mispronounce, so I apologize if I miss you, it's not on purpose, or if I mispronounce, it's not on purpose, I'll do my best. Air Force, Richard Thompson, Katrina Reeves, Shanna Capp, James Martin, Kevin Blair, Stephen Carey, Mindy Johns, Jolene Searcy, and Jeremy Kidd, Air Force. Army, Daryl Schaefer, Dylan Humphreys, Mark Minke, Kevin Blair, Bernard Boyd, Larry Iskey, Stephen Cox, who's being honored by Jalen and Kaylin Cox, Ian Johns, Bob Whipple, David Downing, Chad Richardson, Ryan Bailey, Rich Swanson, Gary Hogue, Brian Hurt, and Daryl Garvis, Army. We've got a lot of Army in attendance with us today. I just one page. I got to continue on with Army. Nathan Cobbs, Jeff Wilson, Dave Ferris, Larry Helderman, Army. Marines, Dennis Reeves, Ed Fedrizzi, O.B. O'Brien, Chris Hodge, Steve Marr, Trent Wilson, and Larry Helderman. National Guard, Pat Berenson, Kim Berenson, Derek Boland, National Guard. Navy, Jennifer Thompson, Chip Thompson, Carol Bryan, Harold Searcy, James Snook Jr., Tamara Lammers, Corey Lammers, Navy. Again, we want to thank all of you for being in attendance with us today, and also thank you for your service. And again, my apologies if I missed your name or if I mispronounced your name. My apologies. I'm going to turn it over now for Mrs. Garnes, our art teacher, and she's going to present the awards for our art contest for our junior high and high school. And if you could tell by looking around, those of you that took some time to vote, we had some really tough competition this year. So excited to hear our winners. Before I turn it over to Mrs. Garnes, I want to acknowledge that the first place for the junior high and high school will be receiving a monetary prize, and we want to thank Post 445 of the American Legion out of Edgerton, Missouri, for their kind donation and the prize money to the winners. So thank you, Post 445.
My students work very, very hard to honor you guys, and I appreciate their hard work that they do every day because I'm from a family of military, so I know how you guys have dedicated your lives to doing this and your families have supported you. And by having my students do their artwork is showing our support for the community and all the veterans that we have here. So first of all, when I call your name, please come down. For junior high, third place was Carrie McCracken. She was number 4. Was Trinity Spate. She was number 15. And for first place junior high was Charlie Hinton. She was number 1. Thank you for your service.
Good afternoon. Today we have the distinct honor of presenting Quilts of Valor to 3 of our community members. The Quilts of Valor Foundation is a grassroots group of quilters from all across the U.S. In 2003, a quilter named Catherine Roberts had the idea of comforting veterans with quilts during the time her own son was deployed in Iraq. Since then, well over 250,000 quilts of Valor have been awarded here in the United States, Germany, Iraq, and Afghanistan. The mission is to honor our service members and veterans who have been touched by the war. The recipients of the Quilts of Valor today are Katrina Reeves, Chip Thompson, and Bob Whipple. You have stood on the front lines of freedom, ensuring the liberties we enjoy remain protected. Though you may have served in different branches, at different times, or in different situations, you share a common bond, a willingness to put your lives on the line for the greater good of our nation. These Quilts of Valor are our way of saying thank you. Each one has been crafted with care, stitched with gratitude, and infused with our community's deep appreciation of your service. As we present these quilts, we want you to know that they represent more than just our thanks. They're a tangible reminder of the impact you've had on lives and our nation. They're a warm embrace from a grateful community and a symbol of the comfort and peace we hope you find in civilian lives. Thank you to Katrina, Chip, and Bob for your great service to our nation. We also had a drawing for another quilt today, a handmade quilt by Kathy Krug in honor of our veterans, and that recipient is Dennis Reeves. And at this time, can I get Katrina, Chip, Bob, and Dennis to come to the front table to receive your quilts.
You may be seated. In closing, I would just like to thank everyone for being in attendance today. Whether you serve or have served or currently serving or have not yet been have not served, we appreciate you coming and being a part of this ceremony with us to honor those that have served or currently are serving. I also want to again thank Post 445 of the American Legion for their donation for our art contest. That's something that we look forward to every year, and our kids do just a fantastic job with it. We appreciate the Storms organizing that for our kids to take part in. One way or another, we appreciate this. This has been a long-standing tradition at North Platte, and it's a great opportunity that we enjoy to take to honor those. And I think that it is something that it's important for our student body to continue to be a part of, whether they're kindergarten all the way up to seniors. It's important to recognize others and honor others, and we appreciate the opportunity we have to get to do that. And this also just creates memories. Our kids remember this, and it makes me smile every year when the kids do Grand Old Flag and you have seniors and freshmen and 8th graders and 6th graders all ready to do it with them. I think they're jealous of you guys that they don't get to still do it with you. So again, we want to thank you for coming out. And at this time, I'm going to dismiss our guests. Junior high and high school, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and stay seated until the elementary and intermediate has a chance to leave, because they're going to need to be going out the bus doors. So intermediate and elementary, I will dismiss you first along with our guests. Thank you again for coming. and have a great rest of your day.